Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look how they're elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. This pass pass into the arms of Snead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Third down.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got Snead. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Draw play. Ingram now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Jackson now. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Complete to Mark Ingram.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Jackson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own
22nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll look to throw here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A 7-yard pickup.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Austin Seibert.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ingram. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. He decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll find Williams on the sling. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So simple math here. The first half, they've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
There's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Pass from Jackson complete to Ingram. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Baltimore taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Tucker lining up.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
their own.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The open man here, Renfro. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the Ravens' 46-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Most teams in the league hitting the three-quarter pole in the preseason. The whole league will be in action next Thursday night to wrap it all up. And then we start for real a week after that with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
Now
now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before we get a good head of steam going.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Caught left side, Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 2-yard line.
They run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
For the point after.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the outside. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
To number 29. Touchdown, Baltimore.
So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third and long, it's Carr. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. RG3 going to bring the Ravens up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Play action. Now Griffin. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They go play action with Griffin. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the lead is up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
A sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
There's certainly a lot of quality receivers on this team, so he's no lock to make this squad. But the way he's got to do it, make every routine catch that comes his way, and mix in some of the big-time ones like the one we just saw there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 2-yard line.
Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the Ravens taking the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now in the preseason, I think what you said, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal for some breathing room, no doubt. And really, a field goal would be huge. That would make it a 2-score game. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run once more with Edwards, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Griffin to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. This is Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
The Baltimore ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Edwards, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. As they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
The 2-yard line. To tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.